Hello and a huge welcome back to episode 11 of the Busy Business Owner's Guide to Marketing. Today, we're tackling a really interesting concept with an episode we're calling, Is Your Website Your Hardest Working Employee or a Lazy Intern? What I find really helps is to completely reframe how you think about your site. Stop seeing it as a digital pamphlet. Instead, start thinking of it as a member of your team, someone actually on your payroll. So, to kick us off, here's a provocative question for you. If your website was an employee based purely on its performance last month, would you give it a raise or a pink slip? So, what does this lazy intern website actually look like? Well, you might find it has an outdated design, a bit like someone handing you a resume written in Comic Sans from the 90s. It's always slow to load, basically showing up late from every coffee break. When you ask it for something, the navigation is so confusing, it's like it can't find the right file in the cabinet. And, worst of all, it just stands around waiting for instructions because it has no clear calls to action. What I see time and again are the hidden costs of this underperformance. Lost sales, frustrated potential customers, and a brand reputation that takes a serious hit. Now, on the flip side, let's talk about the hardest working employee. What I love to see is a website that's your true star performer. This is the employee who works 24/7 without a single complaint. It's your top salesperson engaging visitors at midnight, your most patient customer service agent answering the same questions flawlessly, and your sharpest data analyst. What really sets this employee apart is proactivity. It's not waiting around. Instead, you'll find it's busy capturing leads with smart forms and seamlessly adding them to your sales pipeline, all while you're asleep. It becomes a true engine for your business. So, to get your website working hard, what I find really useful is to give it a clear job description. I break it down into 3 core duties. The first duty is to attract and engage. It needs to be visible on Google through good SEO, and then grab attention with compelling content. Its second duty is to convert. This is crucial. It has to turn that traffic into leads or customers, and you'll find that clear calls to action are the key here. The third duty is to nurture. What I like to see is a website that builds a relationship by offering real value, maybe through a great blog or a useful downloadable checklist. So, how do we put our website through a proper performance review? What I find really effective is a simple toolkit you can use right now. First is the 5-second test. What I do is ask someone new to look at my homepage for just 5 seconds. Then ask them what the business does. If they're confused, a potential customer will be too. Next, you might find it useful to run a mobile-friendliness check. Google has a great free tool for that. I also like to do a speed test. Think of it as your employee's response time. But what I always look at first are the actual results. Check your goal conversion rates in analytics. Is it actually generating leads? That's the real measure of performance. Okay, so what if your website's performance review was a bit underwhelming? The good news is you don't need a massive, costly redesign to promote it. What I find really effective is focusing on a few easy wins. The first thing I always do is sharpen the main headline. You might find that simply making it crystal clear how you solve your customer's problem in that first sentence changes everything. Next, what I like to see are strong trust signals. We're talking about adding client testimonials, logos, or a brief case study. It's about showing you're the real deal. And third, to really give it a promotion, implement a simple lead magnet. Something like a free checklist or a short guide is perfect for converting that anonymous traffic into actual, tangible leads. Now, if you really want to take your website from a good employee to a true high flyer, what I find really exciting are the future-focused capabilities. we're talking about automation and personalization. What I love to see is a website that proactively helps the business run smoother. For instance, you might find a simple chatbot is brilliant at qualifying leads 24/7, or a really next-level move is using personalization tools to tailor the experience for a returning visitor. What really brings it all together are those seamless integrations, where a new contact is automatically added to your CRM, or a prospect can book a meeting in your calendar without any back and forth. That's when your website truly works for you. So, to bring it all together, what I find is the most powerful mindset shift is to stop seeing your website as a static asset and start treating it like an accountable member of your team. You'll find its job description is simple: to attract new prospects, convert them into real leads, and nurture those relationships over time. I'd really encourage you to go and run that performance review we talked about. What I like to do is really ask the tough questions. Is it pulling its weight? Speaking of smart automation, you might find our next episode really helpful. We'll be exploring AI co-pilots, leveraging artificial intelligence without being a tech whiz. We'll show you how new AI tools can become your personal assistant. If you find this information useful, we would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe this channel to help others find us. If there are subjects you would like covered, please add in the comment section and we will include it in future episodes. Thanks for watching,